Yo abusia and they discuss cremation and also say traditional burial. Che say de ya omo ye na omo ahye no na omo de agu bottle mu like esiesie akodo owuo achi de edi nipadua ne famu no eno na ye ba behwe ho asamaka cremation or traditional burial. Yen crofo questions bebrebe a omo bisa ye nti I'm going to read all the questions no na ye nyina ya hwe say ye be answer ben na wo hono a esese ye de ma abusia lumba eto ndum bi o say ankwanu mei me de me kraba for you me yedi ametumi sa me mra ne so ana me ko ankwanu mei anume ankwanu mei sa me mra ne so ana me ko o say onipa beji ni di onipa mbepo yinchiro me yedi ametumi sa me mra ne so ana me ko onipa wo hu obeji ni di wo mbepo yinchire isan sasasi so ayete no onipa biara ni ho bechebo na yesi dimpa nsoso eyesene ahunya enti yenhwe amanfo questions bebrebe a omode ba ye na afi no menhwe na menyini nyina no baako say ye ka consciousness asem a it goes beyond ewiase niama a wo pe enti nimdie na wo kita no bebrebe wo safoa a wo de benante akoba bi a wonim the unknown places enunti na wonim nimdie ne dada na wo unknown place na wo akwaye enti na obi ani wo akwa university abeye degree abeye lawyer onwu ye nkoye mfa ne nimdie ni nya ne bada knowledge is the only thing wo de ma wo ba obi ntimi nje mfiri ni nsam na owu nsoso a o de beko na eno kire se knowledge no wo bibi ye wo nipa we free asasi so ekono so temase inti knowledge ya de ese yehwe ni yie me pesa wote ase if you are chasing consciousness you want to know about consciousness and pesa wote ase say it goes beyond this physical and also say it goes beyond this kingdom of death na ye ka samando so a na amanfo hwehwe wo ba bi foforo eno so no enne me explain ni bebrebe because that was some of the questions na amanfo ebisa nti wo de mo yedi kan hwe questions ni bi no mo na afi yenhwe answers a ebefiri mu aba se fe no wa join Maame Grace stake we are discussing cremation or traditional burial kwan ben yenfa so ensie nipa ye kwa hodro bebrebe a ye fa so a yesie nipa ye behwe ebinum ni ahwe nsunsanso a wo ni ahwe se de ehi na ma nipa reincarnate faster anaso so se like wu ade ede wu nipadua ni komu no eso wo nsunsanso ema wo ba bi a wo to a wabrabo no so akọ se wo be reincarnate mfaso bi wo so kwan ede ufunu be fa so no se wo reincarnate se wo ascend se wo koye stack e wo etheric plane ni mu no usie na yesie wo nsunsanso wo be na wo so eno ne yehwe ntimi yenhwe questions ni bi na afi yentimi yi ano mo questions na megu so a me yi ano me se mo hwehwe na mo ma me critical questions so I'm able to answer them na yenhwe questions ni bi enti abusuan obi question ni this is Genevieve Obli ono eno obi sa question we Genevieve Obli 4286 ono no obi sa ye ewo YouTube dead keys of Maame Grace no I say Maame Grace you can say that again. The way we do funerals in Ghana is outrageous. We spend more money on dead than the living. Thanks for teaching us. In fact, no Mama Grace, no spirituality indeed. Genevieve, what shoot you your shot? Enti abusuya question na Genevieve ebisa ye nie na yenhwe be 4-5 bi nka ho na fe yembe settle at one place na fe yemfa explanations so no ento so nti another one so nie ono so ye Aquia Fin T8K ono so ne de no Aquia Fin or say Maame Grace I have a question please. If I'm supposed to awaken and liberate my ancestors, does this mean my ancestors didn't get a chance to reincarnate and their souls are trapped? Ono so ne question, a very beautiful question. Thank you. This is a queer thing. And so question, inti me pese me fa questions ne be 5 and 6 because na questions ni na familiar. Enti no me piki ebinom wo one person ye hwe na afa ye true light e de to so. So wo maame na ewu wo a wo pese wo tro wo will so wu e kwan fa body mfa so a na what you say. And also wo beti ase say consciousness go beyond the living. Everybody is talking about consciousness in the living. So I decided to get to the other side for you to know how important consciousness is for your ascension. Because you can never talk about any ascension masters are omo beye conscious ni education na knowledge omo acquire di ja yen omo nsoma yen say yen kosoma yaje abori yen ase yegusu a ye twe ne sere ne abasa nti me sign read. That's the second question. Let's get to the third question. Eno ye Boachi Bismarck Mr. 6RI. Okay. Minim said you be pronouncing about the metumi ana we Bismarck Boachi Bismarck or say I've been wondering about Jesus' ascension. Christians believe Jesus died, rose from the dead, and then ascended to heaven. My question is, did he ascend with his physical body? Just like Bible say odu beach na no okwo no ebi ene Bismarck super sote ase or say the Bible mentions that the body is earthly and will return to earth, which seems to contradict the idea of Jesus ascending with his physical body. That's a powerful question. Could you please clarify this from the pastors for me? We ena Bismarck Ebisa. I'll say I know it doesn't belong to this topic, but I'm just asking. Thank you. It does, because a death keys and an treaty. Anything death has everything to do with that episode. Into the fact that it has anything to do with death, ascension, burial, and also physical body, and now this mechanism, no, it has everything to do with death keys of Maame Grace. And also, so that's the third question. Mama, share the fourth question. We are looking at best 6 questions, and we settle at 1, and then you better answer. The fourth question is Chambers. FB1DC. Mommy, if my ancestors are waiting for me to help free them after I'm well awoke, if there is any ascending master in my family, can such person also save me after I'm dead? In case I don't have knowledge of awakening, or if I'm semi-awake. And also, how can I know if I have ascending master in my family? Thank you, Mommy. Please kindly address this for me. This is Chambers. That's our fourth comment. Ono susu bisa say nane bia ascend your obetumi aboa nana because ono ye awoke okoboa obi nso betumi aboa nana. One thing we don't understand, and sometimes ye confused about, and say the Bible itself na e kan nsem kire ye no, there was so many things packed in the Bible, in the book. Maame kan sa yentiasie, we don't have the ability to explain it. What should the third question now? Bismarck ebisa ye na almost Yesu call beach one no hu ya ne sa wafro or the body no or the kosoro say Jesus no obewu anyane a and ye na mukosie ni ye den. What you say mukosie ni ye den a mo ka kire en say or the body ekosoro obesan ababiom. And also it's pointing at reincarnation. And almost say Jesus is the light of the world. So Jesus is the light of the world. Na ye believe it's a light be so no ye deceive you fatanel ni mu na ye sande wo ba ha. Na Jesus so ko eko na obesan ya ba ha biom. Na obi obewu anyane a munim se wewu no sanka mo de ne beto wo no anyane. Still mokosie no a. Now what are you communicating? So these are powerful questions we want to understand. Now let's look at the fifth question. So na afa yen settle wo ha no mo na afa yen hwe the way a ye beka the aka no. Now let's look at Okobia so Okobia nie. Also, thank you, Mommy. Please, is it true that aside the light tunnel that deceives you back to this 3D world, there is a dark tunnel? If you follow that tunnel, you will ascend. That's if you have your will or consciousness. Please, how true is this? Or how true is that? Thank you. I believed you. I believed you too, Okobia. So another powerful question. Obi susu bisa. Now let's look at the last two questions or the last question. No, na fe yemfa explanation ni na embom. Me paucho. This explanation will give you everything in details for you to get any answer you want to get. Ewo owuo, any insiye, any ascension, any would reincarnation. You will get it from these answers. No. So let's look at the last question and see where chambers. Now, or say, please, is there a special way to be buried after death, not to affect your ascension? This is the key question. It says so nipe bi otiati asefo asase so no etimite sade we say ase. The occultic people no, because of omu programming, any obia programming no, and it's akwan no omu fa so disiye. Because kremofuo no ebesiye wa omu fa adaka entu mu, they have spiritual meanings with that, which when you look at omu sorry down this rona, a round and yes square. If you are well endowed in the things of the spirit, you will understand that anything box is what cages people or what cages a spirit. Inti se omo kg abuwe biya ne box no then box square. Se wo share university for no mu wie school a omo yo omo graduation na eche na eche omo tiri so no square. It's all talking about how something is caged. That is brain cage and yes a square no and then na yedem no so omo de trapi ye so everything square has a meaning, and the same thing so anything round has a meaning. Until when you go back to our ancient world na ye dining na ye round so onipa ko be dining na square no and no another topic that we can talk about one day. Enti eno na ye ade a esese yetumi ete ase enti kremofo no de wuwu a omomfa wonto box mu na omo de wato enwere mu na omo de wato mu amna ni mu sa. It has so many meanings. What I say a Christopher no de obeto adaka mu na omo akata so, but they will pour enwea wo so say ensun konsumu na anwea netie so enko netie mu. And mind you, until say adaka ne be pro na body no enya kwan a contact assassin, and so another meaning that we can talk about one day. And don't forget, Jesus yamfa na nto adaka mu ye de ne to form said ya kramufuo ni siefunu no omo chechire no and omo de ne to form ade amike Bible scholar bi anim. So sometimes I don't understand why you people put people in adaka. Usha Bible no from Genesis ade be nyina ehwe na hu say edi nipa to adaka mu a ye kosie no and also the platform ni ye open because you people don't want us to ask you questions. Until there are so many ways ye see nipa based on the program ko a ye de ma wadwene no. Inti e wo se ne akramofo sie nipa, wo se de abudafo sie nipa, occultic, all fraternities have a way omu sie nipa. Ebi mu kura se kwotete menso no fegu epumu na twitwa mitrinwi ne memowere fegu adaka mu na sie no na fa me nipadua no monfa nto eja so na monhye no na omo incriminating fanto ho. Obia was so many ways identity and crofo was so many ways of burying their people. And no me pese yeshe. For the sake of anyone who is mourning a loved one, we wish you well. Me sure obi aden, me mo obi anso due, wo a wahwere obi a wo do no, obi oben wo ewu na ade aka wani na ensuo eyiri wo. Me ma wo hyeden. I'm not the type to get excited by such topics. And sembi wo hwa ya na ne kan no, enhyeda me nhyeda anya yi sa. But we can't just discard them because they are significant part of spirituality and consciousness. And when we say spirituality and consciousness, no, and then I say me holding the center boat. Like it's something everybody must pursue. Enti say ye kan say ye say ye keka keke na wo wander around na wo ye na wo corner wo ba. You should know your destination and the benefits and the keys and when appropriate for you to use. Our viewers ask which one is the best option that enhances ascension. Said ya medical last question now. Chambers ebisano. Well, or say please, is there a special way to be buried after death, not to affect your ascension? Because so we be knowledge, knowledge ni nyina wa ha. Just like your wo fofra de obe receive you wa ha ne de obe hwe wo so no. Any impact or the begu so no eboa wa brabo no the same way. And a wo kon so a the obe hwe wo last bath no obe hwe wo na wo be ko no. And also so influence whatever you are. Baby a wo ko bia ne de a wo kwa akoye. Influence. This is one thing the occultic societies or fraternities, no, they don't joke with it because they understand this kind of knowledge. Into no, ebe enhance, enhance wo ascension no ehia. Our traditional way of burying the dead or the exotic method of burning the body into ashes by cremation. Say you best you wo form and you best you good to which one is the best option that enhances ascension? In fact, you can even add reincarnation to it. Say, why you fat to see you no? Dear he, and a be influence wo ascension and also say would reincarnation. You can add it because either ways. Though there are many ways, and crofo etimisie omunipa on ebi bebre ni public impo wunim. Ebi wo hono ma o se mo fa me nto baabi forest mu. Ma mu nya mehwe me nda ho na mo ambe soso me. Omo ntete me na me nda hwa na me mpai na me nsuo ni nchi ne ade. There's so many ways and crofo so we obi a enipa trust wa omo de omo will eja wa especially omo ye well endowed that say be omo abobra papa nkokora. So omo ne we fine na omo de omo will eja wo say Maame Grace gina na sometimes when you read them na wo yam ahyew say enti eden pa na say nipa we hu nya what tro won will me say me wu a me body ni yemfa me nso no nkogu apumu na omo mfa me trinwi ene me morengu adaka mu nsie ni yemfa me body ni ntu jaso nhye ni yemboto den na osuaye eden na influence this kind of adwene no edema nipa no there are so many ways yesie nipa ebi kra cheche body ni mu mamu nsie mu fa bi nko north mu fa bi nko south mu fa bi there's so many ways that I cannot talk about it right now. Very important question pa na sa nipa we obisa ame no. So me when I read it every question was important. Actually I'm not saying say questions ni be enye important but me kind chambers there no and I'm like oh my God. Some questions we will be some 1 million types of questioner. I carry this weight now. Make me na me na so fiti anapa kosi anadwo yi ni nyina no so we get this thing because now is so important of a question to me. Usually we don't think of people ascending during burials. It's mostly the tradition, the religion, and the jollof rice party. Eno a osofo ni begina wa na waje offering. Now, like we don't actually think about it because when you look at Jesus, the way he was buried, and yet thank for the ascension according to you people, and the nanka ye tradition, the nanka ye anankra move what ye because almost spicy ni up no mo chechere no mo de ni tum yes ye de no nanka almost spicy ni bebre but say no ye jai all the spices they want to enslave us physically and even enslave our ascension and our body into cement you say de no mo de wowa within 1 minute now our body na ye de den into no and no how do we think about it into the make am say the thing is what we are fighting no nkofo we awewere yen soro awewere yen ase na ya ma fom ni ya ma aduane entusu anya ye de ye bedi ye ho awu ama ye bedi ye ho awu ama ya ntwe ni ya ye generation krapo no ehu ni ye beye se ye kwa yi ase a at 6 o'clock ye bondum efunu si asori dem ye nim yare ye kun no as a spiritual visionary that's what I am so woni ma ende wahu I will give you the fact as I envisioned. And you will decide which one can help you ascend better or at all. So, person will reincarnate. So, person will ascend. Said ya ye see a no. Emata na how? What am I saying? Yen imagine you love lions very much. You love them so much. Which one do you think will make the lions progress in nature? There here. Now for say oped lion op dey na obe ya ube hu lions ni bebre ama wani eji caging them in your house and feeding them eno na for say bebo ama lions na ye bebre wu kire say wo dom and to say playing with them or leaving them to be in their natural habitat ube jai mmoa na mama wo nwura nim na omo awo ana wo do omo so much nti bakakofo omo abefie no abekeji omo na wo ne omo atena wo hwa de hi na ye we ye question wankasa yi ano wo ho. Cremation gives families that luxury of memories and closeness or storage. Say ye cremate wa sa na wo be because you are in a bottle and utina fie ho no mo do na beba no na ya kire de say wunie wo na wusi ho no wo besi wa na wusi wo ebenya effect wo ascension so ana even your reincarnation so ana ibisamo. In fact uwu a obi wo ho no ma owu a yes circumstances a owu ye ntie na no ba akode da no wo kuro tire omo so they have a way almost so dey omo nti obi a ni programming no but ye be yi we ano na wahu ni a obetumi chiro way to ho uwu a ade ayemfa wonye. Yes, you can do it. If your grandfather's remains are sitting in a glass jar in your sitting room every day, you will see it and remember him. It looks so beautiful, it looks so luxurious. Because I would cry a single room, I don't show papa flu na things. Well, banakra ko chie gu bana wapai no kra te sa enso no kra are. Ame no swada ne asem ti we na yes kafo lie. That in itself is a spiritual currency. I want everybody to write that one down. It's a subject I would one day address. I have realized that yes say me topics no so no me treat we are no mo dey see groups no WhatsApp groups no mo atete no so no no mo dey see mu no mo kan no po anya hwi ba me so a wo sai ya me ne umu ko bisa mu leaders no mo jeje mo 500 no mo 200 bosome no mo ko bisa mo question na ama mo me di nkan ho mo de mo bisa question ne trasa because omo ama nka hwe kro mo nya hwe nka nti mo bisa mo ama mo fa me di nkan ho na out of shame omo didi matam so nka ho what I say because who nya ni free wa na so wo mpe nti omo betwitwa so no omo aton ama nti ama mo fa nko na omo didi matam nka mo bisa omo questions ne de omo fa nshafa omo because no na wani beba wo ho so no wasori afi ho nti questions mo fa nshafa omo ba ama mo bomidi because mo bomidi na omo didi matam ana ma yedi musuro omo so nti no se obi ewu ne yede ne remains ne asiwa is a spiritual currency I will talk about one day. Asa mo be fa akoso a se mo de mutumi fa bibia mo fa na mo treat no well. I don't even have a problem about that. People do not know Sadia way, but being in the memory of people is the most highly rated currency of spirituality. It's a topic I will treat one day. Because sensono esi honomo a currency. That is why I'm saying that people feel say cemetery no honomo ye energy harvesting field. Okay, because ye die nipa ewo ho. Nti obi betumi akọ harvest obi energy wo ho. It's sign a kwan a wo fa so a wo si enipa nti. Said ye wo physical grave looters ewo ho no. The same way ye wo spiritual grave looters so ewo ho. Eho ye energy farm a nkrofo kọ ho no mo kọ harvest. Nti said ya eniamatimi fifi wafuo mu kube ni pe ni ade a eye no man's land na obi a tumi kotete bi no. Saa na amusie ye ho nso te. Ye we binum ho you cannot go and harvest. They have owners. Ebi wo ho nso a wo betumi akọ harvest. Ni nyina ye the way a ye sie nipa no. Ena ema saa ekwan no eda ne ho. Nti asem na chambers ibisa no eso pa. Eno ena mi yi ano na enso so questions a me kan ye ni nyina. Mu benya ne answer ewo this episode no. Emu me pese ye tumi tie ne ye nti medical ka chem say spiritual currency no ne ewo bottle no mu no eye spiritual currency but dia ye de na sie wa adwene ni mu memory na ewo adwene ni mu no eno ye highly that me fa ne say spiritual currency ni po o bottle no mu no ye Ghana or ye Ghana cedi a ne owo memory ni mu no eye dollar say dollar no na ye fa ne say pound birimu cedi ne basabasa nyama ti wo de fe no fato one day we will talk about spiritual currency na ye nyina ye hu. That is why Daddy Lumba in one of his songs said, Nipa beji ni din, or say onipa amepe nyini chire. Enti obeye di obetumi na nemre so a na oko. Enti memory is something very, very, very important. Enti me nipa nkai wunsu, me nipa nkai wonsere. Se wotumi tse sa niama we ase a na wo behu se esese wo gyadin pa. Se de atie bia Jedimpa enyen hwehwanimu ai na wo keka bibia because chale Nia wo can will come after you because words are just ade a wo de to want to me fan so wenum biom. Ese onipa bia if you want to be a joker, be a joker. Na gidi mpa wo pesa wo ye notorious so a ene wa wasem because onipa yo wodi mpa ene ye boy say osamampa ene ye to na badin enti no ene ye na che se wo behwe de a wo ye yie pa because se wo call ye se wo ba ye ye bo wudin ane a wo ye no eno ne ye beka enti that currency we will talk about one day. So memory is so important. Even souls that have already ascended beyond our plane usually come down to have a piece of fame and go back. Ibini Jesus no money Christian no money ni ekeke ka ho ne ade. Inti memory yade a ehu hia papa when you get deeper into akashic ehonum na wo be careful with niama a wo ye eni niama a wo de hye wadwene ni mu nyina mu because it would ebema wo currency no say ebeye papa sebe say ebeye useless ejina like I said we'll talk about that one day. Inti se wo sua de na wo beti akashic ase a afei ansa na wo beti memory ase afei ansa na wo beti obra wo bebo se wo te asefo asase so and then afei wo be careful ene e kwan a wo di nipa e be fa so because wo ba be just a currency ni bi ato nipa tirim meti hei mi wu a me memory be wo ho ama ebinom e kwampa so me memory be wo ho ama ebinom wo kwambone so but the truth of the matter is that spirituality you cannot manipulate it inti se wo de share wadwene mu ne papa so se wo de share wadwene ne bone so dia meme ye no eno memory no currency ni na be ye media eno nti ne yesi onipa bia betwa dia oduaye. What I say, you are what you think and you are what you eat. Inti dia me meka obeka ne ne obedwen it doesn't make me but me reality no reflect what the ewo me ankasa memu eno nti na untumi ngina ahwehwem na wonda ne Maame Grace ungina ahwehwem awa ho e na wo behu enti wahu memory no so ye ade a ye beka ho asem dakro. You don't want to die oh and no one remember you pese obewu no obi enkae o menye sa se mo ya busuan mo ye form po na mo wo ho a wunni ho a manipa nye den enkae. I always tell my children me say office bi a obekwa koye adwuma wo ho no koye adwuma wo ho na yetua wo ka men ma enkoye adwuma wo ba bi a wunni ho a omunnim se wunni ho eno na ya abrabo create an impact and na wunni ho a ombehu se ene asomasi amba adwuma enti me ba bia ekọ adwuma bi emu a na mama or the diffusers esi ho nyina change environment ni mu how it smells. Se wunni ho no na diffuser ne sa 1 million years they will remember you. Never go anywhere I won't ja a great impact ewo ho ye woni pe bi wo wa amba adwuma kra ye da nyame asese wamba e me ye nka saa wo ho da wamba adwuma na denti na so masi amba adenti na prince amba adwuma ende me ho ache ma ye nka wasem asempa hwe uchu mutan obi entumi ndo ubenya tanfo. It's like that. We are not the same. But many pana semo obeka no. On can adwene but enfeti embeto wo wabrabo so because entro any grounds. So what you say? So people who create good memories and fame for you are priceless. Presidents bebre abesenko bebi a wo befa bia wo behu Kwame Nkrumah din wo ho. Baby a wo befe bia in fact ye vice president bi owu wo Ghana ni social media kra ye nya ni picture and posti up till now ye boy e born din ya na adane asem foforo what you say e born no ye pen or ye akwala asen papa yi amike a whole vice president owu ye no ya antehwe nti dia me pese me ma wote ase ni say if somebody pushes something beyond the ordinary adwuma kese na nipa na fa to no so may I never be a joker. May I never be a joker. May I always be a pace setter, a fear breaker. Outside the Ghana na me ye ketwa wa ho abrochire me ye kakraka papa na me adom na me be ya o je Maame Grace steak inti ya depa e wo mu say ye wo cockroaches ne house flies who disturbs here and there but truthfully the people that are reaching out you could see say top notch people enye nkwala agro inti no eye priceless say obeye adepa ama ebi etwa wadapa na nso so no eye adepa a ede nsakra ye kese eba a wuwu achikura bi beka wo ma nananom, wo generation, you want to stand for your people, and you're priceless. That is what Kwame Nkrumah did. Adie ba ko Kwame Nkrumah wanye a ha no ene se odi ne gidie tim nipa na e wo no ho nyina ho sa na nkese se ye but before there yes obroni be se wo a enye easy to say obibini be se obroni oni ni nua nenam odo se den asem si ya no gina ni ni echi obibini oni ne nam ho wabo no wonye ni hwipo obebo modin aba beku keke nti yen no level aye wo no enu nie. If you ask rich people who don't have fame or notability, they will tell you. That is why Abrofo has brought us the names of their first ancestors. Well, omu say fame na hu hia ema ascension. Any rulership ni bibia anti no omu first ancestors no omu din ne de brewo so that din enwu they are trying to make them famous even in their graves. And we are using them for our children and ourselves to keep them having spiritual authority over our ancestors, because my catch say your memory no and a spiritual currency they come through playing obi to nyom or say one kwa mami ameye den se one kwa mami ameye den oh the only media economy the me who know nanso onu die onimme se one kwa mami ameye den inti okuno or say we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Internet say betumi ay ascended masters bi anan samanfo bi ni ade. If you don't vibrate towards them, it's finished. Inti omo hu nyansa we e na omo de sa edin we nyina abre ye nti the more we mention, the more we call ourselves, the way the more omo be ye heavy. Na omo tumi gine mu de ma omo ma na ye so ye de ne yetiatia so egu omo anim ase aye ne poto. Inti ye yusu omo din na omo de bre ye no ema ye ho enu ye find pride e was ade animu to keep them having spiritual authority over us eno na ekoso na nkan krofo we de we omo ti menko akra wo de mi gina nipa 100 mu wo san krofo metumi abo omo nyina tinke ba ne sen, because we have dropped the memories of our ancestors. We don't even use their names. You are dropping bibia into no spiritual currency for blacks, and rather worship the names of other people's ancestors, making them bigger, making their currencies rich. They will negotiate from them in the night, and daytime they will rule over us. Because don't forget, it is written in the Bible that what the spirit conceives gives birth to the physical. Because we don't even understand those codes. Na what Bible no mu enti wo fa ha no ma John, wo fa ha no ma James, wo fa ha no ma Mary, wo fa ha Eric, Paul, Daniel, Matthew, Peter, Gladys, Rosemary, Gifty, Elizabeth, Joshua, Elizabeth. Ya ne ye vibrate ye keep it omo in our memory. Enti uba na ye Elizabeth ni wu ye no who keep it in your memory, keep you obi ancestors in your memory. When ye problem na ye big. Now, my problem bigger. Those who are also shouting consciousness and half awakeness, no, me catch half knowledge is very dangerous. Ignorance is treacherous, but half knowledge is very, very dangerous. Nti baby aye jinenye, and alpha ha no man na edin we na making cram to ye frame grace. Nti adien na prevent you from calling me Adam. So who need brofudin kra na chese wunye obi a. Na other side of for no so someone ni Mohammed Suleiman hwan ekọ hin ba omo so omo eja adamporege ene de akeka ka ho na gu ho na je say the dim aye kwa vibrating towards other people's ancestors, making their currency high. That is what they will use in buying us, because the transaction, with everything that will happen daytime, happens in the night. These are all European ancestry names that have powerful memories for everlasting existence. This is what we are doing for them. Thanks to us, vibrating also. Who are your ancestors who brought you to this land? Who are they? Why is your name like that? Ebinumu Madam Fubi a friend Emmanuel More. Wo bibinia weni mutum Emmanuel More okofa no we. Okope adwuma. Okoye na omafa na adwuma bibia. The next day na omo so omo the internet so na omo ye bibia. Omo wie na okoye adwuma the next day. obedu wo no oye bibini ni lawu obibini tuntum Emmanuel more as in what this is what we have done anka kromu ha yeti as Africans nka wo bo wudin ya na obi ehu country a wo fi so e kromu ha Ghana ha wo bo wudin ya na obi ehu tribe a wo fim even tribes ni mpo village ba akono wo bo wudin ya na obi ehu fi a wo fim no wahu nipa ko ane ba ne ho nti na ye ware a ne ye tete ye ho ase sesi ye de edin no Sandra Clifford dien nti bibia se basa na kayen yeti hei sanko bi firi Kenya obodi dimpe no wahu ko bi firi Togo obodi dimpe na wahu ai nko fi Nigeria Uchechukwu na wahu so firi Nigeria sesi ye mpeni nyina what makes us Africans what enu ye din na tumi ma ye hu ye kwan ye se ye mpe ya sesa bibia se poto first ni mpone ye fa John na ti say me say Grace ni na nkopoku no eka ho at least na wahu baby amefi na first no so obi ti say ekura de ye papa no mudi ni so maamefo no abanya wings nti no ye ma wo papa ntu di nti edin ye de bia no na ye de ato obi a na okọ edio anyway let me continue. So the emphasis on cremation is that it affords the luxury of being held in memory and storage. Well, into your store na usi ho na omo hwe. The question is, beyond the memory and keeping the dead close to you, does cremation give better ascension, if at all? Well, said the question na you be man bisa no. So one say, eno na me yi anu yo. Question na munyina mu bisa ye nti say ya cremate wo memory ni mu na wo sansi dem no e de say na eboa e wa ascension mu ana so say if a reincarnation ka ho. This is just a question no, cause according to some gurus numpo no wu a baby a wo body ni dani determines whether you can live even the earth or not. It is believed say yensie wa untumi proceeding ko ba bia you be hovering around into omo so ayede omo si fridge mu 40 you will be hovering around into no omo de omo sha fridge mu 40 years ni ade ho na ya na me pekra mu fo na asem no na wu awie mu mam konkoda ba bi nweme ho e de ne ba refridge me na ba akon o say onu de owu a me na sa ma me na de ode ye me ne de me nkata nani na mi ndware no no omo yi no omo de ne hwe fom say pim na me menstruate here because the one more than she ho we dey mo fancha me yes say achacha bi kafra na owu ye na achachafo nyina sabio omukọ na yie ne yes ye de ne to adaka ni mu na onko adaka ni we ye tolio na omufa de be na omudi tu na achacha na fi sebe na chi na omude na to adaka ni ohwa na omu nyina group ni na start so omusu de asema enti minsu the same thing ana minsu the same time say we so the musu ayede nya no answer mo be change mo style of adaka mo be bo ho obi akoda ho na nya no anu no we so so ayede omo de ne be hwe form say kaw na msinti me minti so me wu at the same time omo to no say o be hwe ade ne so ma ye ne te say washing bay ade no to omo yi ni na omo to no kaw no descend pew won say the omo yi tu na rade. They have so rest in peace. I can't do me fast on my me bre ya nkasa. Ami gina ho na mi dware no mani ase aye den force. Ami dware no. Say onipa e mobo. Onipa e mobo too much. Inti say wo wa adwene nim na ya sa akekere won so de ahye ho no de he na ye. Eno na me pese me bi say. Because you say body no de a wo de be fa so no bia onko ya body ni nko ya ntimi nko nti omo say 40 days ni wa fi asase so nti omo yede omo hwe fridge mu mo omo nya 5 years ni ade no what happens to them. These are things that we have to understand because abrabo ahyase enye den na mum awieye no ene asem. Burial is one of the scariest things for higher souls who wants to come to this earth plane because burial leads you straight to the gate of light. What the gate of light is also called the land of the dead, which is reincarnation back to earth. A young crofo say the land of the dead. Now me call her and I say, what is the land of the dead? It is only this plane, and I yet the kingdom of death. And I yet death realm no. I have done an extensive editorial about death realm. Eye aha pe na bibi ewu wa. Eheya ye we pe na bibi ewu wa nti se wonni ma me ma wate ho ase plain. Se wote baabi na eye wo se wo hote. Na wo ye we ya, you don't even know you are living on people's bones. Animals' bones. Se wonni ma me ka kire Bible kan asem bi o se wo mpai bompo ye efi ewo mani so. Aya na mo ka se efi normal efi is because this place is a efi place. A kind proye place. This place, this is what we call the land of the dead. This third 3D world. And this is where we call the kingdom of death. It is a walk the land of the dead. Ni asamado yehe, the land of the dead. And so let's get into this. So when you think critically about Jesus' death, so many causes in it. Because this is here where we are all almost the light of the world. Now, my reader said the light may be lead you no so to this place. Now, Jesus is so called Besanya baby. So, is in this case, can we say Jesus is the king of reincarnation? Because on one castle or Besanya ba. So, you're the king of reincarnation, not saying light there. Is he part of the deceivers? If you don't say Jesus or no, no, Lucifer, not devil. No, quarry bend the one way a question. Where a question, ye call woo. Ask them, where a question. Minua. Yes, the earth is the land of the dead. So be at the land of the dead. Na me call for who, na me call for wine. Where is the land of the dead? Sometimes I'm it's only this place that is the land of the dead. This is where death rules. This is the kingdom of death. Where else? The earth plane has two realms. Two realms. Let me explain before Nkrofobeka say. The etheric dream world and the physical. These two realms near waha. The etheric dream earth and burial leads you to the gate of the earth. So what I say, which is called the land of the dead or the gate of light. So ayaha in the land of the dead, na the gate of light. So if you follow any light in any tunnel, you will be reincarnated into who drew her no map and was so I've been deceived. So I have you now, baby, so into your work or last year knows unim I don't know, so I call be anyway a woman who's when soon po be not just a woo say whatever. So I feel what I say in the etheric realm. People who die can stay without moving or reincarnating. And also another realm. And they may interact with you in your dreams or etheric encounters. Do you have to deal with them or not? And also your topic one day you can encounter them, no? Psychic visitations, and I said necromancy, and also said divination, or even in visions and intuitions. Papa, but like I said, we will talk about it near who say omono send a treaty or daily, and also say yenye day. Some crofona omo sa etheric vision world hono. Omona eya omo tidy problems ma him for no be a dear busiesi cano mama nefu ashes and crofo omo and omo yes aniamano. What I say, we will talk about them so one day. Next video in bed, I don't want that. Now let's look at earth is the land of the dead. Medica Kamami explain it because I know a lot of people are watching. When you hear asamando, it's usually the etheric plane of the third dimension. Aye a higher way. Ne etheric no nesro mamen kanesa where the soul and the imagination of human beings and other entities reside. So what is idea we are say and I will be susu and our buffalo and a deity and I say when you drop this body you are something else. Oh, when you drop this body you are something else. You will belong to where these people are. Depends on your knowledge. Nti ehonum no na ma kire wo no asase we so no ne need etheric dimension no nea ekoso wo ho no ene no so no machiro no na make say e betwiti ni ahwe kwan yankrofo so fa so omokoka ho because e ho no owuo ni ho nti when you are well endowed na what read the Bible ni ye ho na ye say ukwa eja be hye wa wunwu e ho de owuo ni ho wo betumi ekuri abeto fom yes na enye ba bia ye ahaya ne other part e ho no mu na owuo eni ho no mu no e ho no mu no na mabo edin natural na the etheric plane of the third dimension enye ba bi fufu bia esa wote ase e wo where the soul honom na soul ni imagination no wo na angels ne dia obewu pesa wo keka nyina kono nti firi na kono dwene yie na who you are but in that etheric realm honom no there is no death because the soul can't die there nti honom no na hwe eya omuyi movie bi Aladdin na omo say obi achi obi ahyetowam na obi di ni kunu akoba bi all these things it was copied from that place. Okay, cremation no yedi nipa ni so ni ashes na totowa mu no any this etheric plane no etheric realm na make us ho nipa enwu no honom na yetumi chi obi nti na me so wo frɛ wo ancestors na hu ni eku no na hu ba bi owo ansa na sa wo fo so obefrɛ ni din abompa yempa wa that is what we don't know wo maame wo nim ni din po wo nim no nti what makes you think say wo betumi ne no akọ di agoro bi ana what have you nti say wo hwe ni yen hwe so obi a send kwa can that person communicate with us some aka bibi that abetwam say they come once in a blue moon and no ma be enjoy fame na omo fa he na eba so what I say say wo te ho na say na face so omo nso so omo aka ho na omo wu no omo nso so no say ye ni omo communicate say ye ni omo ya ade adwen ho cause ho obi enwu nti so ye wicked being na okotena ho a na wo so wo frɛ na wankasa ujejireje. But the physical plane of the earth is where death is seen. Eyaha ena bibia bewu. Inti omo aya me no fa rituals mu ni niama no wo say niama na ye mpe no ne ye kan ba abonten. Dia ye pe no ye kan ba abonten because at the moment the thing comes here ne pe e be experience death. Inti na make catch say wenya sika na wenya niama na wo pese wo show at the moment you place it on social media no remember say we here back because the death will eat you up anything na ever open e wa ha many pe hu no e be experience death into real rich people they don't put their things out there when we so tabe ni fi ato abontenda when we say Duncan Williams fi esi abontenda esi wokro nkasa ne the other but say wo person won show bibia wo death realm we mu a ebewu it can drive you not. When any papa brain to drink deep and quasi. Ain't na that we na make us no be say me jealous, no be say ain't senka say wo dear na when you know Joe. Ain't minua and yes obi can be because or you're jealous because I actually don't know what to be jealous about. Like because what? The crack saying. But the physical plane no a happy eno wuo enyina want to niama na wo bibia wo de ba begu social media say wo show bia me catch the point blank say wieye no e na e ba beto to be careful because o de ba aha no mu playing say mpa owuo be so because owuo krom ne ha nti aha na yete ni bibia ewu yenya wo ba happy the next thing you owuo bibia betumi eku emmoa endua ensuo bibia ha ade e wa ha bi ewu impo emmoba ai you don't know ahanumu ena yehu owuo na ye practice owuo and experience from all angles owuo bia wa ha sa bia bi eya the earth is the real kingdom of the dead medical catch order everything dies on earth this is death realm everything animals trees to birds to even mobile phones die on this realm babies die dogs bibia name them bibia wu e wasase we say nso ayete nti se wo pese wo show ade ni kire wi ase a pese wo to ho ase se ubewu pese wo te ase enu nti na wo soul ene wo spirit na enwu no wuntumi fa wani hu e wa ha dwen kodip kakra mame there are hundreds of deaths in each country each day they bia nipa wu every day. Baby nipa every day nipa wu kokolebu na kwahwe but humans ignorantly think the land of the dead is somewhere. And then I am mobon. I am a rehu because what can we add? Opa kusha brotre obi onye ejuma wo mortuary. Be some how many people ewu a day? They be any we are in a death realm. This is the kingdom of death. Minuya. Inti ena me call yi be here I know any. Where are you talking about? Tell me. No. You are in the land of the dead. I had a one to be baby. I was so quiet or somewhere. Where? You are living with the dead. And I'm telling you, 5 minutes ahead of us, no, who named the best to me, make us to me watching. Who cannot be a machine? That's it. You don't have power over it. Because you chrome yet. Or say, qua, you will go into I am business. I didn't cry kuku. Mama name me. I have done extensive editorial about death realm. Until you can go and watch it after when you're in total knowledge about it. Abusia, what shall Maame Grace's take? Na me answer questions from the dead keys of Maame Grace. Na topic ni a cremation or traditional burial. Eno na eya ade a anaso say traditional burial. Eno ho asem na ndem ne wo discuss. Ena mama we hu ba bi owu wo. Ena mama we hu reincarnation. Ena mama we hu rararara. Ti yanto aso. Go to the cemetery and the hospitals. Go de kwhwe. Owu no kwhwe. Afa na obehu se wo dan na wo dam no da dompe so dompe na ye mattress na ada so no. Eya wo se wanya. And the mortuaries, if you don't believe me, wo de ko one day na ko visit. This is it. And this is where we are. Minuya. We are living in death realm. Those who cause spirits from the etheric realm into manifestation, ask them about the amount of perfumes and candles they have to use. Another deception, they call spirits and they are saying they are calling them from heaven. These trapped people. And I make us say, you bet treaty at the point, Emma, a trappy or more, any a coin or more fast if we should communicate with them or we should let them be there. You better know that yes, video ni better to do. Go to any ritual-based spiritual person and ask them if one angel or spirit will manifest the sort of cleaning and cleansing with expensive perfumes that will have to be used. Adentia, ube use perfumes, all sort of things. Ubisa omusesi, maybe multiple of them. Adentia ya mu use perfume. They don't even understand. Mufanchame. Adentia no mu use because I have bon. I have time. Bible account. Or so one pipe bo wa hakra ye to send to mago. Ewe uradi eni so. Eya na ye say ye nipa boni ama. Enti den babi so mo. Den ti na ya mu use sa perfume ni ade ni nyina. One day so mo pa no so ye betumi afa na ya ka eno so ho asem mo peso amomfa na momfa nko aye me nwanwasa me ma topics we nyina. Is it laziness that is not making you look into those topics and teach, but okosu ya sa enti group ni mu nyina say from TikTok chatters ni say atiesi groups ni and wo na omo nim say omo befa wa ha konti. They are restricting people from also watching. Hey, aden kra na ye gamers senya. Oh, Debbie. Enya kra. Inti ye be sha na ye hu se sa nkrofo na omo wo ho no. Ese se obi contact omo ana se obi ya ye den e contact omo. Sa de way is also in your Bible. You see Jesus, Ephraim, Abraham, and Moses. Ema omo baye. You see David so akosamon say Saul, esaman. Wow, this thing is in the Bible. Obi a wa ascending na obetumi asamon se no. Ana obi a wa ye trapped e na obetumi asamon se no. Wetumi afa no so na mo teach. Omo anya nso aye twen na obi anya eno so ye befa na yae. One question back one ye ano. Edu wa na wa bro so. We have content. We don't have you to copy anybody. So if you copy it, give credit. If you don't give credit, don't claim ownership. I will come after you. I me come sure. Plain mu anye plain fa. Nkrofo no omo bema when you super perfumes ni de keke ka ho eni niama ansana It is so because this place is called the land of the dead. And any being outside the physical earth sees us as dirty and stinky. Because because like it doesn't work like that. Lying in the midst of the dead, sana entities in into your you have to clean a whole lot of kankai. The reason the perfume almost spray. Into say who nim the entia. Almost friend, almost free we almost spray and then mama wapono. And I'm there. Most of them nim because maybe say baby to mus nim. But who dear who platform wenti me de sa apono e de ama wende aha enunti. And now ube ye a whole lot of perfumes and sages and Palo Santos and the rest, Now what would ye aye then a cleaning inti omumpo no omoba no mpo wahu na wa wuti finim na wo san ye fi ka ho inti Ghana de wo hwete ye ti ndompe eni nipa aporoso na ye san e ko pupu gum na ye you can imagine. Look, even East Legon, Airport Hills, if you dig the ground, you will by all means find a dead body. If not an animal, bird, rat, or even 1,000-year-old remains. If you don't believe me, try it. Our farms breed better in dead animals. We are building on dead animals and old bones of all sorts of dead things. Now, what I will see what who the man can me say Bible in some womb. Baby starts of Abraham no free way. Internet as a crop no more stack, no more heaven. They themselves they believe that Abraham ne or more mobedi can call who Christo or more heaven. They believe. But ubi so saying to more him so to mean chiro. The earth is not a parasite. It is the land of the dead you've always heard about. Into the land of the dead, the land of the dead. And ye, baby, yeti. So when you hear people talking about the land of the dead, and a drum man is anyamani na lawu, asemben kreni. Ye brio. So when the traditional burial is done for someone, the burial leads them to the gate of the land of the dead. Here on earth, here on earth, either etherically or physically. Inti se yesie nipa na ekwan mienu na da nanim. Bible kan we so e wo kasakon o se ekwan ni ye mienu ba ko ye kese na ba ko ye hinhia. O kan ye we wo ho, but explanation again is a bigger problem. Inti se when you are buried, baby a wo bekwa akojinani inti ehe na wo befa. Tie if etheric, they become spirit guides. Tie ghosts or angels, they become spirit guides, but there are ghosts there. There are ghosts there and there are angels there. Who are you? How less do you feel you are than an angel? When you drop this body, it's either you become a spirit guide or a ghost, or an angel. So what will you become when you die? And what will make you become what you become? Knowledge. Put that aside. Are you calling a spirit guide, or you are calling a ghost, or you are calling an angel? Now, so ghost, spirit guide, and an angel, are you calling them from heaven or this same place? Trapped. Think about it. Yeah, na afedi nipa kasakura na chese wabre o friend samanfo ufre we ntina you. If they come to earth, they are reincarnated. If they come to earth, they are reincarnated. Machiro omuka ho na omo ewo ho. So when they come to earth, they are reincarnated. Reincarnated, is it good or bad? Some catch is the cheapest thing to do. Ebi mu to me ba obatan ba akun betumi awo 6 times or wo pe additional kola na wu or wo pe na additional kola na wu or wo na additional kola na wu internet just the papa na abofra na enye ye na na. If you feel reincarnation is good, how good? Apart from say wabaha na ya rob all your memories off. I won't carry hwibiem. What else? What else? Asemo. Na me reincarnated. And na me say and na me kofre angel, na me kofre ghost, na blah blah blah. When you die, you become one of these. Depends on your ability and your knowledge. So obey ascended master, you become a spirit guide. Angels, omo ye papa no mo ye boni. Dream when. Mo na mo wo falling na mo wo standing. Falling angels na standing angels. And easy. A spirit that can ascend doesn't care if it is buried or cremated. And fun. Because we won't buy any choice. Because there's awareness not only in the physical but in the subconscious and spirit. Someone who is and yes, I would say the consciousness if it's in your subconscious, you find it difficult to say ill things about somebody. If it is in your spirit, it leads you to wherever you are going. It's just like light. Nah, and I make consciousness, and I mean who way na who dear. Oh, Debbie. Now who did concern? It's not done. Oh, Debbie. It is our body near Benny there, and phobia. Because only pana we know, or your conscious now we know. Obi am programming what you say into the which channel and now which process now could take in pani through. What you say? The only difference I can see is that when someone is buried traditionally, they get reincarnated faster than when the person is incinerated for cremation. Why is this so? I didn't say Banisa. According to metaphysical theory, when you are buried, your body gets absorbed back into the soul. Plants and animals eat the flesh into their bodies. But plants can carry the gene spirit in your body into the atmosphere as oxygen. That gets combined with hydrogen to form water. Enti yesi onyankopon de e form na tie na ebo nipa eno na yaka bom wa ha ma wi cause e form na tie yesi nipa no na tie enko na tie mu na omu sie nipa omu kacha na tie enko na tie mu anwea enko anwea mu den no eno na ya omu kan enyo onana enyo obroni na be kire ne se o sie nipa onka se ashes enko ashes mu na anwea so enko anwea mu they knew about all these things. Inti na eno ena na ya omude ye adwuma inti no se yesie obi wo fom a eno no baabi ebi abekọ baabi even se yensie umpo ne ye de woto ho sen woda hwa wo bepai ensuo ni nyina be firi mu woda hwa wo beda hɔ no mo a wo honam ni nyina ba be ye netie wo dompe nyina be ba be ye netie so ti ase se yesie o yensie no ebi atumi no ma dibi na ebi akọ baabi a inti obi a ye cremate no ono ne part ni bi gu bottle ni matrechre mekwan bebre bi no mu ede ebi mu de ede faso ncheche say I say aye mfaso ho aye mfaso nti mfaso na besan aba ho nti say niam we honam ne bi kwa ha na ebi kwa ha na obi akofa na wadi nti odi a na ahoode na kọ ne be ma ne mu na ebi akọ ne yemu na omo aye na ne netie na nyankopon ebi mu si asore dem mo te say ye wo ba bi ye clay na ye di we ye si so na ye modu nipa hwe and because nipa no ko ni we ni mu a na omo edi by so doing the water creates more plants for humans to eat and drink the water. The gene spirit then gets absorbed back into a young lady's body to form eggs. A young man also eats it to form sperm. Inti netie ne na eni nyina abeye bibi na edi na nutrient no akọ nipa ni mu na kire se omukọ je na omukọ ya agombia na kire se create nipa no na kire se so na kire se ho abamfa so nti reincarnation ne be easier for obi a ono omo aye ne saa no kire se obi a ya cremate no enye what you say ba me kire mu de a kire. The lady and the man have intercourse and your gene spirit forms a baby. This is so beautiful. And you get born back into the world at a faster rate than obi and honam ni bi shebotum. So, most people who get buried traditionally get reincarnated more organically easy because a kwano eda ho nti no utwa na kramofo de ne be fast pa because momo de no esesa adaka ne pro na ebi mu kra so omo san ye wia na omo san de cement omo blog asi so na omo de tas asan afa ho na omo san asi dan asi so kire se nti wan kasa dwen ho ye fi say ye show sika. We don't care about any of this. A Christopher mo chiri bosom enti obi ewu na mo de sa de na si wo na masom ade mo de ade na to so na de bia mo de flower akoto so no what is ade bosom ba bio yo in the other case when you are cremated your gene spirit or DNA sit in a jar Aladdin waiting for 1,000 or millions of years. When the jar gets broken and you evaporated into the air, find a way to connect with the soil, animals and plants for humans to eat, and form sperm and eggs for your gene spirit to appear again. Waka ho. Nti wahu nsonsono ye na ewom no. Nti na Jesus musu onko. Onwu onu wahu wahu owu da. Minyame kaze be rade kaze. Ze wahu owu da oni pe wawu yesi enu. Nti wahu owu benda. Enoku enwu owu Jesus enwu wahu 3 days we nya ne pa owu yala. Owu na wosie anya sa na Roman foruka owu na wosie na ne nansa so na osoro fe ewu fum na ade nti onipa wawu na mo amunim se owu obenya ne mokosie ne ye den someone who process no they talk to you indirectly and we refuse to understand anything na me momi your yefo say yesu wo ho obehwe so on my behalf oh into the same Bible will tell you say the same Bible will say simunsie no na amododo na ebinumu ni nyansa oso mo fa me intestines enkogu pum na mo fa me tiri ni me mowere engu adaka mu nkosie na mo nhye chese ebi mu nsua de akwa echire omo hu say at all cost as all body ni bi getting into contact with said the nipa bedi what the tiles at uyo Kristo no de adaka esie efunu yesu ya anya ne sa ntuko sua ne he uwie so na wato so tiles eno so sua ne he we want to know come and teach us na wo mo fu say wo ni fault wo ni esinto obi no wo sinto tender fire you oh yes baby Gracie steak why ye questions are eba e wo the dead keys of Mommy Grace no. The story about the gene in the bottle is all bottling your body when you die or cremation of the dead and keeping them in jars. I have done an editorial on how our genes are also locked within our bodies. Maka we achiremo eche na omu graduate omu disi omu eyiso ne de nti omu eche na square ne dan ne square. So we have to set them free or connect to them so they can grant us 3 wishes: the past, present and future. Enti sa obi de ne boy ahye to wamuni ade ne origin no e na me de ama no abusua kasa bebrebe a me kasa nyina me bisa wa asem simple one ade mienu ya me kire mi de na wo a wo hwa eye the ball is in your court. Thank you for your question na me ken kan ye no, and thank you for watching. Ni nyina achi no like the show wo akoma pa like the show wo akoma boni ahwe because you ni mu nyina our platform so. Now I leave you with the song Ankwanu May the me craba for you missy me any made to me memra no so ana me ko onipa beji ni di no nipa mepe intro missy me any made to me bia yanto no asori dem ana yanto na asori de Ankwanu May me the me craba for you missy me any made to me bia memra no so ana me ko Ankwanu May, Christ Jesus. There's more to do when it comes to consciousness than to be looking for cars and working on third eye, and there's more to do, and a key to your existence and your ascension. So if you want to pursue consciousness, take your time. And learn everything all by yourself. Onipe biara eni wo betumi aye bibia ma wo. I just say wo ye wadwen say why you ready. Wo be peke accoutrement afiri amanfo na akeka abom no ama wo ho kwan na wasua bibi senye sendi a wo be chase the wind na amanfo so e de wo be ye ngongo wo 500 no wo be chia na every month na wa be pick question no ana de akoma ka kire wo kwa mfamidi nka ho na omo didi mata to me save me enti abusua ai ende ya wo hwe o chana pan so a great message is there you can watch it ana anadwo Sunday anadwo nso me no wo nkomo yenhwe shiba de obetumi ayeyen oye nipa oye honhom oye body mu a ehefa na netumi no wona sase wo hefa ehe sane yetumi activate no eno so yebedi sa nkomo no e wo spiritual wa abusua ahobrase kwanso na mesrew obi a waba me office ana wa frɛ me office a obi a treat me badly mesrew na wahwɛ manim na ade ache me because so hwɛ me a wa wo ne me anya encounter bia unim the way I do my work I am down to earth and chine nkanfo no ho but wo ye nipa papa unim wo ye nipa bone nso so a unim onipa de wo ye danya anya nipa nyina na ebedo nti mesrem a obi a wa contact me office onipa bi o wo me office na communication na nko yie na bibi ye ne ya no migina fidie yi so na magina odo a nipa wo ma me nyina so e de areche wo heart baby a wo bia say wo de beche na ubetwa so the office is open still for all your complaints make sure number ba ko na me de ato ho ama so that if obi treat you bad e wo office obi kasa kire obasa wo office wo no ma na wa send any message ato sa number no so na we will reach out to you until I apologize say obi treat you no and treat you here unim say me de me do obi a papa bi no kan o say na wana la won madam yo simple day ya na wana what echi wo hire adwin say I say doctor for ne nurse for ahomaso 24/7 endi abusia eniama mienu wo sha ai na wo aso sha wo sesi a wu a wo beye ghost wo beye spirit guide and also say wo beye angel which one do you think you will become so we wu ene a na sesi e so a wo hwe mi wo tro will a wo betro say wu a ye nya wo sen wo maame nsusu wu a wo beye ne den aha and am do be see one question 1 hour 30 minutes. You see, say we get content. We cannot copy and paste. We are the greatest. We are the largest. Aye, obi edi echi. Any take the lead no. Any kita the torch no. Ni yede ko yen so ja obi atu sumase. Makram.